Hi there. We're very quickly going to go through the right of access for shareholders to company information, mainly in Hong Kong, but we're going to compare Singapore. We're not going to go into in-depth legal jargon. We're going to point out some facts here and some remedies um, for you. This is mainly taken from the angle of an investor going into a company. So, what records can a shareholder actually view? Well, it's actually quite limited. And we find that a lot of shareholders, a lot of investors expect to have this detailed access. It doesn't actually exist. So, annual accounts, notices to meeting, yep, access. Inspection of the registers, so the debentures, the directors, the company secretary, records of resolutions and minutes, registers of members. Those are all easily accessible and generally within a prescribed time, so office opening hours, and a small charge may be levied. What is also available to members is a copy of any management contract or memorandum of it. And what that means is if you've outsourced the running of the business to somebody else, that contract or a memo of it can be done, can be reviewed. And that can be reviewed up to a year after the termination of that contract. Note, this doesn't have any kind of ongoing access to the detailed accounting ledgers, the bank statements, payroll records, sales listings, etc. None of that operational information is actually available to members. However, in Hong Kong, and this is not in Singapore, if 2.5% of the shareholders, or at least five shareholders, wish to have further access, they can apply to the court for further access. However, that has to be good faith and it has to be for proper purpose. So the court really needs to needs to believe rather, that the company is being misrun and you need this access in order to make it run better or find what's going wrong with it. The court doesn't grant that access willy-nilly as such. How do you obtain access? So in the light of being an investor and not actually having access, I'd suggest there's two main ways. One is a shareholders agreement, and within that shareholders agreement have some tight language that enables you access to the records that you require: monthly accounts, quarterly accounts, sales listings, management accounts, budgets, comparisons to budgets, staff lists, whatever you feel that you need. But bear in mind that that's a contract, and you would need to enforce that contract through a court or arbitration, etc. If you still didn't get that information. A very easy way is to have a director on the board, which if you're a significant shareholder, you should be able to get. That director should have full access to records. And if they're not given it, it's easier for them to get a court to provide them with access to the information. That's it. This is a topic that people often don't realize they have a problem until they have a problem and they need to get it. We've covered Hong Kong. It's very applicable for Singapore as well, apart from the 2.5%. And the core concept of a minimal access is core across most common jurisdictions: BVI, Cayman, the UK, Australia, etc. That's it. Any questions, please let me know. Thank you.